Hi guys, just doing a general update here. Forgive me for looking like I'm looking off into space or looking down. I don't know how to look directly into the camera when it comes to filming with a phone, so bear with me. Uh, I am doing a general update about what in the fucking world happened to my Music of the Year 2001 series. So I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible, although the explanation is quite a bit complex, so just bear with me here. So I started this project back in October of last year, and I was very excited for this. I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to jump on those last two episodes of the Lost Media Chronicles that I promised in order to bring myself up to 75 episodes, but motivating myself to do that has been a little bit difficult for a multitude of reasons, some of which I will get to in my explanation here. Um, I started this project back in October of 2021. And I listened to my 100 albums by mid December. Keep in mind that I do work a full time job and that a lot of albums required multiple listens in order to make sure that I actually got it. I mean, I don't have to listen to freaking Pink's Misunderstood, 75 times to understand it, but something like The Microphones, which you'll get to my review of that soon, I promise, required quite a few listens just to understand, let alone learn to enjoy. But it's been a bit of a hassle trying to get this whole thing put together. Because I started dealing with some drama regarding my roommate, who in the middle of December decided it was a great idea to up and leave. And in the state of Arizona, it's kind of impossible to really sue someone for that. Not without like pulling a lot of strings and dealing with a lot of headaches along the way. So, and the landlord's not going to give a shit about, the fact that somebody left without paying the rent. They're going to demand that the rent is paid on time. So I had to work a bunch of overtime in order to pay for this two-bedroom apartment that I couldn't afford on my own. So there was that, and that factors in for again. This ties in to everything else. Basically, I was a little bit behind because of all the overtime I was going to do. My big goal was to spend 2 weeks just hammering these videos out, and that's not what ended up happening because of the amount of time I had to spend working doing my day job. But I decided maybe one or two videos a week, depending on the length of the videos and how extensive that particular genre for 2001 was. And then I started having some difficulties in several different other departments. First off, I realized that my old camera, you have to kind of shoot in 4K if you want anybody to watch your shit these days. So I had to get a 4K camera, which still isn't even all that great of a camera, as I'm sure you guys have seen. There's constantly a little bit of white noise every time I record, and using the filter to noise eliminate makes my voice sound muffled. And I'd rather deal with a little bit of white noise, which can easily be drowned out by background music, rather than making it hard to understand me. And then the other issue is that it's still a little bit grainy, but I don't quite have the money to get something super fancy. As long as it shoots in 4K, does a 60 frames per second thing, I'll deal with it. And I had to deal with buying a couple of lighting rigs and getting a decent backdrop. So that was already a bit of a hassle. And then it turns out that my video editing software, which I use Sony Movie Maker, used to be known as Sony Movie Maker, Movie Studio, whatever it was called. No, that's Windows Movie Maker, Sony Movie Studio. Sorry, I always get that shit mixed up. But anyways, it decided to uninstall itself, which means that all the progress I made on my I'm gonna spoil the Lost Media episode. It was about Scott Stepp and his lost sex tape, and I had made like about 90% progress on that. Gone, completely gone, and I couldn't just reinstall the software all that easily because I tossed out the disk, a couple of years ago when I initially got it. So there's that, and I decided, okay, maybe I'll upgrade to the latest version of Movie Studio, and little did I know, Movie Studio fucking sucks now. It's not even owned by Sony anymore. It was passed off to somebody else who completely fucked up the software. So I decided, you know what, Movie Studio wasn't exactly, top-notch stuff anyways. Maybe I should look into using Adobe. And right now I have Adobe Premiere Rush. And because I'm shooting in 4K, it really bogs down my computer. So the editing process was a lot of sitting and waiting for my computer to kind of catch up with itself. Again, struggling to pay the rent, so I can't just up and buy a new computer. So I'm kind of stuck using this 3-year-old Lenovo computer that has served me very well, especially working from home. And I can't afford to completely fry the darn thing. I'm going to come back to that. So I started uploading videos on a fairly frequent basis, and I was feeling very good about myself, especially the end result, with the exception of some editing hiccups, because I'm still figuring out the software. I don't always notice when I forget to move an image off to the side, like I'm sure you guys noticed with the most recent video. There's a picture of freaking Matchbox 20 blocking my face because I forgot to actually move the image, something that takes less than a minute to do, because the software, trying to play back everything and everything being slow and buggy, I don't notice all my little editing mistakes. So that's part of your explanation towards why there's been a few hiccups in that regard. But on top of that, I had a video ready for you guys at the end of January that I have tried to upload about 7 or 8 different times, and it's not my internet, because other videos that I have finished since then have uploaded just fucking fine, but this one will, and I tried re-rendering it. I tried doing several different little tricks, like renaming the file. I don't know what it is about this particular video file, but YouTube wants to upload it at a snail's pace. And I can't sit there and let my computer run overnight because, again, it's kind of on its last legs because of how old it is, how often I use it, and it's just gotten quite a bit beat up. I'm working remotely from home. I can't afford for the computer to die on me. So I do have to kind of shut it down when I go to bed. And also my roommate's puppy. My roommate did eventually come back because where they went turned out to not be all that great. But I was stuck for about a month and a half having to pay the bills and the rent on my own. Super great. And my roommate's puppy's a little bit destructive, so I have to kind of put the computer up in a place where I feel safe that it won't get chewed up. As you can see, my living situation's super great right now. So, it finally uploaded on the 7th attempt. It would get to 89% and then give up. And it would take several days of just sitting there and waiting. It would take an hour just for it to get an extra 1% in. It was fucking ridiculous. And this was a 20-minute long video in 4K. Finally, it finished uploading, and then it got stuck at 95% processed. So now it won't upload. Now I can't get it to finish processing, and I've given up on trying to get it to successfully upload, at least for now, because now I'm also facing other issues where I can't render any other new videos. Now you might be asking, why don't I post some of the other videos that have finished rendering? And the reason for that is because I cross-reference a lot of albums in this particular video. I covered about 22 albums in the space of about 20 minutes. And a lot of those albums are big ones like Weezer and Radiohead and stuff like that, and talking about their influence on other genres. And I can't publish those other videos until this one is finally published. And since I can't render any other videos, and I can't really afford a brand new laptop right out the gate right now because I got left by my roommate, that's why I'm where I am. I've been a little demotivated to take care of the Lost Media Chronicles because all the progress I made on what was supposed to be the next one is just fucking gone. I have to start from square one. I still have the voice recording. Okay, not from square one. I've written the script. I have the voice recording for that because that was before I was starting to film again. But I don't have any of the editing done, and that's where a lot of the bulk of the work behind these things go. And this one was pretty long and extensive because talking about the history of Scott Stepp and his abuse and how that plays into his addictive, and destructive behaviors. So, I'm just at a loss for words right now. I'm kind of at a standstill until I can get a new computer and start rendering new videos and get this current situation resolved. I do plan on jumping back on the horse. I was tempted to kind of ask for assistance from my audience, but it's a little difficult considering my reputation for disappearing. People are probably going to have their expectations for me to be able to follow up and make videos, which I do plan on doing. Because I actually am very motivated to continue Music of the Year especially, and definitely if somebody who's a fan of the Chronicles, pays me money to get a new laptop, and I would provide proof that I only use that money to get a new laptop, and I would definitely jump on those last 2 episodes of the Chronicles and wrap up Music of the Year 2001 and just, do my best and go above and beyond. I'm even willing to, listen to more than those 100 albums. I've already listened to additional albums, because I completely forgot Michael Jackson released his final album in 2001, and it's not considered his best work, but it's considered pretty good. I'm just fucking frustrated right now. And I'm sorry that this video turned out to be almost 12 minutes, but it's very complicated. And hopefully you guys will be a little bit understanding. And hopefully I can get the ball back up and rolling, and maybe do some sort of payment plan on a laptop. But thank you guys for being patient. I do plan on getting these videos published, and once I do, you'll see them being spat out at a pretty quick pace because I had a rhythm going before the technological issues. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.